Trying a different setup today. My ears are all clogged up today. I think I got sinus issues. I took some allergy medicine, but it's not working. All right, let's get going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a landscape, and how I'm going to do it, I'm going to kind of sketch it out with burnt. Let's try burnt umber. It's a little darker. I forgot my drink. Little water in there. All right, let's get going here. It's my back scratcher. All right, so I'm going to use a chip brush, I think, to do this. We'll see how it works. It might be a little too soft, but it might be okay. I'm dipping my brush in this linseed oil. So I'm using this raw umber. And we're going to design the whole painting with this. Like a bunch of mountains there. That ought to be cool. All right, let's see how that looks in the frame. Oh, too much light. Yeah. Well, let's see if I can flatten it out a little bit. That's what happens when you change areas. Will it stay in? That's the question. I think it'll stay. Yeah. All right, I got rid of the glare there. I'm going to switch to a fan brush to finish designing the rest. I think what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to probably end up glazing most of it with some translucent colors. Yeah, I'll just use a flat brush. It's fine. Alright, so let's have, I think I might have some water coming out here. Some kind of river here. Some trees out there in the distance. Whoops, I just put them in the raw sienna. That's why I got gloves on today. This oil paint is like unforgiving. We'll make it look like the trees are coming around this way here. We'll make this some kind of ledge here. For watching, let's see who's watching today. I was off today. Happy New Year. Noah or Arlev Evering. Thank you. Thanks, R. Reveling, what? I think that's what it is. I will put some trees over here. Different kind of tree. I'll put my branches on later. I just want to get the ideas in there. And we'll have some more trees over here. Maybe one over here. Coming in like on the side here. Yeah, so when I went to bed early last night anyway, because my back was hurting. But right at midnight, I was asleep. I started hearing these. At first, it sounded like a gunshot, which it was. Somebody in the neighborhood decided to like shoot a gun off. You could hear the first two shots were gun fires, and then after that, they started just doing regular fireworks. So up the fact that they shot their gun out there. I know when I lived in New Mexico for a while, that was like a tradition to shoot your gun off at midnight. But over there you could, because I mean there's plenty of open desert out there. You don't have that here in Seattle. I mean, everything's like a neighborhood. I don't care how far you drive. There's lots of neighborhoods around. Alright, so I'm just getting the idea of a tree here. I'll make that, sap green. We got the river and we're going to have the sky. I'll go ahead and lay some ideas for clouds in here. Probably rolling across the top. Just have clouds up here and then a light blue down there. Alright, let's put in some shadows for our grass here. Put a few bushes out here. Sometimes I'll fill in the whole bank with bushes, but sometimes it's too much, so I'll just put one bush there. And we'll put one bush down here. I usually would wait till I put water in before I do this bush, because now I got to paint around the bush, but that's alright. It's looking pretty good. This landscape should go pretty fast. I want to go to the art store after this and buy some more oil paint. I turned this thing up here around the other way, so like if I'm doing a portrait, I could put my phone right up there. Isn't that cool? I came up with that idea. It's a pretty cool trick. The problem is that the nut's under here, so you got to tighten this one first and then this one up to it, but it still works. Alright, I guess we could start with some colors now. I'm going to start with the mountain. This is blue and gray for this one, for this mountain back here. He's going to be so far away, there's not going to be any color on that one. And Payne's gray with a little blue in it, cobalt blue. To redo that tree, just going over the tree. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da. I'll use a knife up there in a little bit to put snow, but I'm just trying to get a couple different tones up here. This is that same color with a little bit in it. Our light from right here. Look at those mountains. Wow. We'll put some white down here. This will make this look like fog back here. Way in the distance. We'll have some fog building up back here, and then I'll have it sneak through here. Fog there. Let's get some green going now for I'm mixing into that gray color for underneath the mountain here, underneath the river. A really light green, kind of on the grayish side. I don't want the painting to look too bright. It is an oil painting, so I'll put snow up here in a little bit, but I'm going to use a knife for that. I guess I can blend this out now. So when I first started painting here on YouTube, I started out with oil like this, and then I switched to acrylic because I had people were asking me, can you do some landscapes in acrylic? So I did, and it took me 1.5 years to switch back to oil, because that's how long it took me to master acrylic painting. And I still haven't learned everything. The one thing I do know is the oil paintings look a lot more realistic than acrylic. But don't get me wrong, you could get your acrylics to look more realistic if that's what you're going for. There's a lot of different styles. I mean, you could make landscape more look like fantasy, or you make it look like pop art, or you can make it look realistic. Where I live in Seattle, I found that the landscapes that look more real are the ones that sell a little more. That's just in my area. It might be different wherever you're at. Like if you live in Florida, you're not going to be doing evergreen trees. You're going to be doing palm trees, and this is kind of like I do a northwest landscape. This is going to be like a bank right here. Let's go ahead and make that darker. We'll use some of this gray from up here. Oh, actually I got that green in there. That's all right. It's like a drop off. You could jump off right here into the water. It's looking pretty good. Let me get some of the sky done now. We'll start with try a little bit of yellow ochre with white. Yellow ochre and white. There's a little blue in there, so it might turn green a little bit, but That's alright. It's for my sky here. If you feel like you want to give this a try, this is oil paint. You can see it in the same brush the whole time. You don't need much material for this size oil paintings. Just need like a small brush like that. They at Michael's they have these kits. I've done some of the paint by number kits that they have there at Michael's. Here on YouTube, and I kind of did them in my own style, paint by number. But anyway, when you buy those kits, they only come with one brush and enough paint to do the picture. Let's do this. We're going to have fun with the sky. We're going to make it a bunch of different colors. So I have some red. I have some alizarin crimson here. I'm trying not to use any medium with this. I'm just trying to use a little red there. I have some yellow. Put some yellow over here. I'll have to redo that tree. We'll just remember that there's going to be a tree there. Bunch of different colors up here. Actually, I'm going to put some green up, believe it or not. A little green. And we'll put some blue. Up here. It's looking pretty good. I'm just using straight paint. No, I'm not making it wet with turpentine or paint thinner. It's just straight paint. So it's kind of going on kind of rough, but that's all right. You gotta really brush it in there. Yeah, I kind of took the last 2 days off from painting here because my back was hurting. So I also took off from work. brush is kind of dirty. Let me blend that in now. I'll use a different brush. Do 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 do. There we go. Now we got at least some color in the sky. Yeah, but I haven't done the oil since, it's been 1.5 years. I'm getting a glare though, because I did dip my brush in some of it. It's either you can call it liquid or it's linseed oil. Let's do I do these distant trees now. I'm just going to pick a color for them, probably a little lighter than the grass, because they are far away. Some green and blue. Maybe a little darker. I'll add some gray to it. Payne's gray. A little white. They might not show up, so let's put a little, I guess they'll have to be dark. I'm going to add a little black to it. They have to be dark. Faraway tree. And these will be a little closer to us. Trees. Now I need some more green for the grass here. I need to finish the river is blue. We want to make this really light blue back here, almost white. But when you see water in the distance, it always looks kind of white. You can make it dark up here in the front. And we'll make some, actually bright green here. Very good. I'm going to make this like yellow ochre with a little red in it. So like orange ochre. And whatever's left on my brush. I'll make this brown. I got some Van Dyke, not Van Dyke brown, raw umber. Raw umber and sienna, burnt sienna. I've been working on my portraits, Bonnie, if you're still in there. I'm going to do some later on. I do it alla prima like this. I just kind of, I throw a bunch of burnt sienna up there and I sketch it in, then I paint it alla prima. We'll make this kind of like a marble color here. There we go. And we're just working up the top here. We'll put a few shadows in here. You can tell how it looks like it's flat, but once I get the, I'm making it like that on purpose because when I put these trees in dark, the contrast, it should look pretty cool. I'm going to try that right now. I'm going to try using this fan brush I have. It's kind of like a acrylic brush, but the trees are so small I should be able to make them. We'll have a tree there. Probably have a couple over here. What's going on? I'm making this a little thicker, this paint here, so it goes over the other oil paint underneath. So I put this layer on a little thin so you're able to paint over it. If you make it really fat, really a lot of paint, it's kind of hard to put colors on top of it. Don't look too bad. I've got a bad glare in here. There we go, like that tree. Then we got a bush here. Bush here. So far, pretty simple. So far, pretty simple. The knife work is kind of cool because it just sits on top of the paint. Such a small painting, that's why I'm using this small tip knife. I'm actually putting the snow on the wrong side. I wanted it on the other side. That's alright, I'll just put it on both sides. This is a river right here. This is what it needed, some more like highlights. Yeah, I couldn't stay up till midnight last night. I was tired. It's looking good. These trees should have been taller back there, and these may be dark up here. But I might be able to lighten those up just a bit. I'm really digging this. I'm going to make a light green for my trees. We'll put a little highlights on these trees now. Guess what? I took today off. I could have went in, but guess what? I'm off. I'm off of work for like the next 5 days now. So hopefully, if my back keeps feeling better, I'll be able to get some new paintings done with this oil paint. You don't need much. I'm just going to kind of touch, not too much, just enough to get some dimension on that tree. Doesn't that look cool? So cool. I'll put some brighter spots here and there. get like a whole bunch of different tones going on that tree. Doesn't it look cool? The one thing if you're already painting, the one thing I learned lately is to slow down. I used to go really fast on these trees, and now I'm really putting the color on where I want it. I used to just flip through there with my brush and just hope that it highlighted it the way I wanted it. But now I'm actually looking at the branch and kind of seeing where the light would be hitting. Like it's just going to hit on the top of these branches here. So we want to keep the bottom part of the branch dark. Doesn't that look cool? Oil paint is so cool. It looks so real. This one's pretty far away, so I'm just going to hit it a little bit down here, low, and a little bit on top here. Just to get a little highlight on it. See that? It kind of made, I made a lower bush down here, and then there's the big one up above it. Try and add a little more light to this top one. I'm going to put a little blue in it now for that tree in the back. This one, it wouldn't be as green. We could put some highlights on it. It's getting there. It is getting there. And I'm going to put a shadow. I already kind of have a shadow here for the bush. Little shadow on that one. And we got to clean up the bottom of this tree here. Let's see what I can do back here. It just needs to be a little lighter, that's all. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-ba. Yeah, so I went and got a coffee earlier, and there was the other day I took a picture of there was a guy that fell asleep at one of the tables. So I took a picture of him. And then today, there was this little kid in a stroller. And I took a picture of that little kid. And he knew I was taking a picture of him. I'll have to show you the picture. He's looking right in the camera. I don't even think the kid was 1 year old yet. It was just a little baby. But he's looking right into the camera. So funny. Let me see that if I can find that picture. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with this one. Yeah, here's the kid in the stroller. He's looking right into the camera, and then I quickly did another shot, and he's like, "What are you doing? Taking a picture of me?" Because I'm practicing my portraits. I thought, I'll do a little kid, you know. You can see everybody's having their coffee back there. And by sometime, maybe today, I'll start this. I already got the homeless guy sketched out, sitting at the table. Doesn't that look cool? He's had a bag of clothes. He didn't have anything to drink. Nobody bought him a coffee. But he sat down, and because it was cold that morning, it was like 30 degrees out. You can't tell, but he's got a hoodie on there. Coming back here, there's a hoodie. He's got a hoodie underneath this hoodie. Heavy jacket. But I can't wait to start painting this one. Alright, I'm done with the landscape, I think. I kind of like it. I don't know if I did the right color choices, but I usually like the sky one color. I'll probably change the sky up. Let's see See, it's only been an hour. Here, I'm gonna try and do a quick portrait here. Rosie likes the sky, huh? Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, I can get them done quick. I slowed this down. I could have got this done in probably 30 minutes. But let me grab another canvas here. I want to do maybe I'll try and sketch that kid's face in real quick. I'll show you how I do it. I'll do it on paper. I've already prepared paper. This paper is not paper, it has gesso on it. I put gesso on it so I could use it for oil painting. So let's see if I can stick this kid in. Do I really want to do that kid right now? Let's see if I have another picture. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, here's the oil I did yesterday. It's like I was trying to do imitation of Rembrandt, his style. Maybe I'll do this ballerina girl instead. This will be good practice for me. Yeah. Let me do this face instead, kid. This is a girl that I saw on a short here on YouTube. Her name is Lori. And she's a nutcracker ballerina. She has a pretty good channel. She's got a lot of followers. So I'm going to try and sketch her face out real quick. Now it's not going to look exactly like her. So keep that in mind. I'm just doing it for the shading of the face and stuff. So keep that in mind, because it's just a style of portraits that I'm working on right now. And I'm going to go to the burnt sienna that I use. Not the burnt umber. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get the shape of her crown here. Alright, so I think it'll all fit. She does have kind of a long face. I'm not sure if she's the best model here. Da, 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 da. I was going to paint in the kitchen, but I had issues going on in there. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm going to sketch her out now. I just did just right. Alright, let's see if I can do this now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's looking pretty good. It's gotta work. Let's see what we got here. I think I got her pretty good. I mean, it does look, it doesn't look too long, and it doesn't look too short. So this one I'll be ready to start painting on when I get back. Let me finish the nose now. I'll show you how I do the nose now with the, we're going to use black to get the eyes, nose done. Black. Where's my black? Here it is. No, it's gray. Here's black. Yeah, I think that's going to look great. You can look her up if you want. Her name is Lori. She does Nutcracker every year in New York City. You know, the ballet, the Nutcracker. She's got a really interesting channel because she talks about, you know, ballerina years and how she became a ballerina and all that cool stuff. The reason why I sometimes I'll go to the symphony here in Seattle. I know a couple of the people that play. Uh, One plays violin and one plays the horn. I don't remember which horn. I like that her eyebrows are black, so that makes it easy on me. I can paint them right in. There's her face so far. That's going to come out great, man. I hope I get the her skin tone down. It's really, can you see it? Oh, sorry. I wanted you guys to see how I could put the camera up there. See how I can put the camera on top of my easel so I can view it a little easier. Let's put it down here. That one there behind her, I didn't have a model for that. I just kind of sketched that in myself. You could tell the faces I do without looking at a model. The nose always comes out long, and she's got pretty much black eyes here, so I can go ahead and I think I could get her eyes in right now. It's right here on the bridge. I should do the eyeball first. You know what? I don't have her head cocked here, so I'm gonna have to change my. I straightened her head out here, so I'm gonna have to make this eye straight over here. Sorry to say. That's all I can do because I didn't cock the head. It's just going to be a straight shot of her now. I knew it wasn't going to look exactly like her. I'm doing it more for the tone of her face. I want to get used to putting all the shadows in and all that. Looks like I'm not stopping, huh? I was going to save this for later. So the ear is just above the eyebrow here. A hairline here. She kind of reminds me of the princess in the Star Wars movie. Padme. Padme. Alright, there we go, guys. I think I'll save the rest for later. I know this gets a little boring. Barbara, how you doing? I'm doing a sketch of this girl. Her name is Lori. She's she's got a channel on YouTube. She's the ballerina, you know, the Nutcracker show they have in New York all the time. I think she's the main character. I just ran into her channel like on a short, and then I liked the way she looks, so I thought I'd do her portrait. It's coming out pretty good. There we go. Yeah, so I've been practicing with some portraits. I was going to try and learn them without, you know, like just sketching them out by hand, but that's kind of hard. Without looking at a model. Oh, guess what? At least on a long trip, but we're actually going to do a live on Sunday. Just found out she wants me to come over before she goes on her 3-week trip. So we'll get one more live in before she's gone. I know you've probably been busy for the holidays. Let me get some of her lip put in here. Yeah, I gotta run into the village really quick. But there, I'm kind of glad I got this started. Her upper lip isn't really that big. So I have to stop here because I don't have any skin tone made up yet. Yeah, I don't have any skin tone made up. So I can't really start. got some teeth showing here. I usually don't like doing the teeth, but we'll see what happens. Alright, that's as far as I can go on this one. I will see you when I get back. I gotta go run a few errands. But look at that. I like sketching with the brush. I can do it, but it doesn't come out as good. You could see I kind of made her face more straight, but that's okay. I made the adjustment on the eye, so should be okay. I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. Then I'll mix up the skin tone and we'll get this one painted in.